My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this.
wow.
Do you believe her?
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe.
I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. Like, you could not tell me nothing. And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So it's like,
This program is brought to you by NordVPN, your all-in-one solution for online privacy and security. Whether you're browsing, streaming, or using public Wi-Fi, NordVPN protects your data with advanced encryption and private servers worldwide. Use the special Cuddy Bino link in the video description below to access the Black Friday sale and get 77% off your plan.
The podcaster, Akaash Singh, is the ultimate simp. All right, so for those of you who are unaware, Akaash is a co-host of the Flagrant podcast with Andrew Schultz. Akaash is Andrew's Indian co-host, and for years this man has been talking about how his wife, how he's never been with anyone other than his wife, and the same for his wife. Like, she was a virgin when he met her, and like she's a traditional Indian woman, and all this stuff. And Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast, him and Akaash have been beefing, and Myron uploaded a deadly viral video depicting Akaash's wife basically admitting to having a crazy sexual past. So let's go ahead and just roll the clip.
What I find corny is
All right, so just to set the stage, this is Akaash and Fresh and Fit, and he's basically gonna call them corny for about a minute. So let's go ahead and listen to this.
I find corny is my preference is not my women. Now, I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period. Those are your roots. Those women are reflected in your roots. So if you're saying, hey, I don't generally date them, but I have more space for it, even though I still think it's a little corny.
Akaash only dates brown. Akaash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
So
Indian
this
woman.
is
that was
like
important to
loyal
me.
through and through.
Okay.
And I understand it's not as important for y'all, but as an Indian, there's not a lot of us who are famous. So whether you like it or not, people are looking at you as a role model. You guys have established yourselves as role models. From simps to pimps, which is another motto I find kind of corny, but I looked into what you guys are about. And a lot of this is just childish.
All right, so before we get any further, this man uses the word corny a lot, and I do not like Fresh and Fit, and I hate having to side with them. But Akaash is in one of the worst types of marriages, which is basically a marriage where the girl contributes absolutely nothing and just uses you for your money and straight up lies to you about being a virgin while actually having hundreds of past partners. Meanwhile, he was a virgin when he met her, so he's only been with one woman. So this is like, he's basically a traditional man and she's not a traditional woman. So it's a very, like, one of those relationships where he's gonna get taken advantage of big time, especially if this leads to divorce.
Which is fine if you want to be funny. We just talked about how doctors ain't for 45 minutes. We are not in any way life coaching. We are not in any way trying to help men outside of, hey, come have a laugh for a couple hours. If you're going to paint yourself as life coaches and then say, like, my preference is, which is honestly... It is, I don't want to date black girls. That's the way every black dude that white girls says it. I've dated black girls in my life. All right, bro. Who the hasn't except me? You know what I mean? Everybody gonna dabble in everything. It is the mentality that I have an issue with. And Alex is upset with the specific words, true, but underneath it, he's upset with the mentality. And a lot of stuff you guys say in general, I think is stuff that's kind of childish. I saw a clip where you were like, oh, the nuclear family's falling apart. What do? I don't get married. Just don't get married. You're actually trying to help men, or are you talking to incels who are 18 years old?
All right, it's funny, he's preaching like against their message of getting married. But Akaash, I would actually say it's better to not get married than to be in the kind of marriage you're in.
That's some you say to college. I'm gonna turn you from a simp to a pimp. All right, bro. Can we grow up? You guys are self-help. Hey, we're trying to help men. So either we're funny or help men and be real and be honest with yourselves and don't have an ego like, oh, I have a preference. Be honest. Let's just be mature about what we feel. And part of that maturity is, yeah, it was a bad joke. I don't actually feel exactly that way.
Sometimes I
All right. All right. So this is Akaash's wife. This is Akaash's wife. All right. What she is about to say, you're not prepared.
so painfully nostalgic for college. So for context, I went to college from 2011 to 2016. The top like 4 songs when I came back for my sophomore year, Click, Pop That, Bands Make Her Dance, Birthday Cake, the 2 Chainz, Birthday is...
All right. So first of all, she is listing off all the stripper anthems. All the stripper anthems. Pop That, Click, Bands Make Her Dance. Like, oh my God. Let's rewind this a little bit.
My sophomore year, Click, Pop That, Bands Make Her Dance, Birthday Cake, the 2 Chainz, Birthday is your birthday. I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. I was shopping at Rainbow. I was eating buffalo chicken wraps every day. I was straightening my hair with my French tips. Like, you could not tell me nothing. And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So it's like, sometimes it like...
So do you not hear this? She's basically talking about how she misses college, and the biggest thing she's talking about is she misses going to a white boy frat house and having a roster of men at her disposal. This is Akaash's wife.
It literally hurts my heart. And when the nostalgia is that painful, guess what I have to watch? This. It's the only thing that'll give me a little quick fix.
Different. My wife.
All right, so here is Akaash claiming that his wife was a virgin when he met her.
Sexual partner, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this: do you believe her?
Let me rewind this.
Different. My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this: do you believe her?
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. Yeah. I remember I was just like, what? But she was like, she was 22, I was 31. There was an age gap.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. So I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
I'm actively...
All right, so right off the bat, I have to say, like, these kind of relationships don't work. Like, a relationship where it's a traditional man who's only been with one woman, and it's a woman who's been with a million partners. And it's not just that. It's not the fact that she has a past. It's her present. She still wants to have sex with other men. She's about to admit that here. She's about to admit she has a crush on her co-host husband. Her co-host husband she has a crush on. Can you believe that?
White boy frat house.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches. Okay, I have 2 butthole stories. So one time,
this girl just said she has 2 butthole stories. This is the girl that Akaash was claiming was a virgin.
I met this guy on Tinder and I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my was a little sore. Oh my God. And I remember that he like, kind of do you watch when you use a vibrator?
Okay, not gonna lie, I don't watch while using a vibrator. What? I just think my imagination is vibration enough.
Wow.
I'm just thinking of like my own husband while I'm like doing it.
Wait, that's kind of baller, but I
Yeah.
could never do that.
Yeah.
She just said she could never think about her husband while using a vibrator. This is the woman Akaash is married to.
And so I was
How do
using
you and your husband split finances? And I'm gonna be really honest.
I don't.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
First
And-
of all, that's a red flag. I'm not like, no joke. I love you girls. If you want to work, all for that, whatever. But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his accounts or has separate accounts, that's a red flag. This is not a 2-way street. This is a 1-way street. His money is our money and my money is my money. And look, have I only made $600 from content creating?
Wow, I went up $100 from last week.
but that's my money. Okay?
I don't know if you watch The Boys, but I love him on The Boys.
I never watched that show, but like he's on my hall pass list.
Oh, yeah.
Chase Crawford, Jacob Elordi, Austin Butler, and who else?
Oh my God. And that's all the time we have for to show her, but there is so much more clips out there, even probably worse than that. And like I said, I don't understand I don't understand why she lied to Akaash about being a virgin. Like, what's the point? Because like he's not going to be cool with that. This is the thing I don't understand. Like if you're a woman and you want to like sleep around and like have a non-traditional lifestyle, that's fine. But like, why not find a partner that's also into that? Like, I know there are men out there that are into swinging and like sharing partners and stuff like that. She's obviously into that. She's trying to have an orgy with her co-host husband and her. And like, if she's into all this like stuff that Akaash is obviously not into, why not? Why even like, I don't know. It just seems like she purposely tricked him into marrying her so that he could take care of her, give her money, buy her things. And then if things get too bad, she can divorce him and take half his money. So it's just, I see no positives about dating that woman. And the thing is, Fresh and Fit, that's the ideal, perfect person that Fresh and Fit are always warning men to stay away from. That kind of woman. The one that literally, she doesn't care about her husband at all. Like the fact that she's talking about sleeping with her co-host husband and how handsome he is. Like, why would I would not tolerate that if that was my wife. Like that, I would call for a divorce right there. It's just, I don't know. Akaash, I don't really know you that well. I haven't really seen any of your stand-up or anything, but come on, man. Even you have to like wake up. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what the chatters are saying. YouTube chat is empty. Twitch chat is empty.
Introducing the late night show with your host, Cuddy Bino. Live streamed on both YouTube and Twitch. Search Cuddy Bino for more information.